Right, now we're machining a flat on the end of the axle or shaft, flywheel shaft. Now the drawing calls for a 0.22 of an inch wide flat, but it doesn't give any depth. But looking at the drawing, I would guess it's probably about 1/4 inch from the end. This is a flat for the grub screw, which holds the crank in place. And this is the setup I've got on the shirt line for this. We'll just close in a little bit so you can have a close look at it. Yeah, so I've got the axle or the shaft in a collet block. It's on a 1/4 inch collet. I'm going to have to eyeball it. I don't have any DROs or anything on my shirt line. It's fairly easy. I shall just take some small cuts with a 10mm end mill, and then once I get close to eyeballing the right dimension, I'll measure it. But I mean, this is not crucial. This is just a flat on the shaft to take a grub screw. So right, let's get on with it. So I've got my distance set up correctly on the x-axis. So we'll just get the speed set. Need about 800 RPM would be enough for this. Yeah, that's about right. We'll come down and touch off. There we go. We'll wind on a bit of cut. More. It shouldn't take too much because it's only a small flat. Bear in mind that 0.22 is quite close to 0.25, which is the actual diameter of the rod we're cutting the flat on. Give it a quick measure. I've got my caliper set to 0.22. Yeah, we got a little bit further to go. Not far off though. Oh, helps you wind some cotton. Yeah, looking good. A little bit more, I think, just a tad more, and I think we'll be there. Yeah, pretty much spot on. So there you go, a fairly simple job to be done on the shirt line. Just close it on that a minute so you can see. And there is the little flat all ready to take the grub screw. Okay, well, I've managed to repair the flywheel after my first attempt at drilling the hole, so that's been plugged up quite nicely. So now I'm going to attempt to drill the hole in the middle again, only this time with the right size drill bit. Okay, this time I've drilled the hole. It's a couple of 100 thou undersize, and I'm using these excellent little micro boring bars from Banggood to just gently, slowly bring it out so that I've got a good press fit on my little 1/4 inch shaft. So what do I do with my glasses? Oh, there we go. Right. So just do little scratch passes, getting close to dimension, so we don't want to take hardly anything off at all. Yeah, we've still got a little way to go yet. So. Yeah, I'm not going to keep nibbling away at that, but you get the idea. That's the way, the proper way to get your hole the right size. Well, that worked fine. Got the shaft a nice tight press fit in there, and I didn't even bother with Loctite. It was such a good tight fit. So now I can chuck this up using that as a mandrel in a collet, and then I can clean up the outside edge of the flywheel, and I'll probably just break the edges here as well. But and that part will be done. So yeah, we're getting there. Well, 5 minutes on the lathe, and that's cleaned up really nicely. I mean, apart from the final polish up, really that piece is all but done. So we move on to the next piece, which is, take this off. I think it's the main support bracket. Yes. So the next piece in the puzzle is that, which is 1/2 inch aluminium by just under 4 inches tall and 1 1/4 inches, just under 1 1/4 inches wide, and a brass, well, I haven't got any phosphor on, so it's going to be brass bearing insert that goes in there. So right, that's the next stage.